story to you today. There's a map on my lap. There's a map on my lap. Now what do you see on the front of this book?
The little, the thing, the cat. There's a map on his lap.
All right, we're going to find out what this is about. And we've been talking about maps, haven't we? We've been talking about North Carolina. Yes, sir.
About maps.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to be talking and learning new information about maps. Okay? Everybody good? Well, it says, there's a map on my lap. I'm the cat in the hat, and I'm happy to say there's a map on my lap. Let's get on our way. We will travel the world, see the whole USA, and still be back home by the end of the day. Now, if maps were the signs of the places they show, map makers would run out of paper, and so a chart called a scale makes maps easy to use, shrinking miles into inches on each map that you choose. Scale makes everything smaller and helps you and me carry the world around easily. Scale. Let's talk about scale just for a minute. What would be a good scale that we could use to measure our room? Could we use a yardstick to measure our room?
Yeah.
Could we use a piece of string to measure our room?
Yes.
If it's a very long string, we could. Yeah. Well, a scale is a way that you can read a map easily without making the map as big as the world. We couldn't even look at a map as big as the world. It would be impossible. So what they do is they use a little scale on the bottom, and I believe it says this scale is 1 inch, and each inch equals 100 miles. On maps at the bottom, north is on top, south down at the bottom. But if you look to the right, that is where east will be. Look to the left, and it's west that you see. There's a special thing on maps that we call a compass rose. Has anyone ever noticed a compass rose on their maps?
Yeah.
On different maps? A compass rose will be a... Whoa. Miss Cindy almost made boo-boo. Thanks. A compass rose is a very fancy way of just showing across. Well, sometimes they're very fancy and they look something like this, and
It's because they're different, like, it's close, like it could be northeast or northwest.
well, its whole purpose is to show us that. What did it say was on top? What direction?
North.
And we use a capital N to show north. And what was on the bottom?
South.
And what was right here?
East.
And what was over here? There's a funny way, or a cute way, that the book shows us how to remember where each one of the directions is. To remember all four here is one easy way. Say, never, never, I just said, say never, eat, soggy, wheat.
Huh? We said never eat
Never.
eat sour.
They'll be in Washington, D.C.
Topographical maps are what we're going to talk about next. Topographical maps are the kind hikers use. They use them to choose which direction to hike. They show where the land rises hilly and steep or goes down into valleys all rocky and deep. It's a big world we live in. Here's one way to hold it. Pick up a map and then simply unfold it. Another friend of mine in South Carolina, her son and his new bride hiked the Appalachian Trail. 2,000 miles by foot, started in South Carolina, and they went way up to Maine or somewhere way up north, and they walked the entire way. And I'm sure that they used a topographical map.